Hello everyone, today is Thursday, April 21st, 2022 at 9:52 a.m. So I woke up about 9:10 this morning, and before I woke up, this guy, the midget next door, was slamming the door several times this morning, which woke me up. And I think I started off, like yesterday I had the sleep deprived feeling, and I started off having I started off last night. I think I went to bed close to 1 o'clock, and I started off being restless, and then it seemed like as if I probably didn't get to fall asleep until after 3 o'clock, but I don't know. It could have been like around 2 o'clock. I don't know what time I actually went to sleep. But um so last night I took a detox bath, and it seems like as if all the soap and stuff isn't thoroughly washed out of my head. But I used the last of that kind of bentonite clay, and did the works with the detox bath. Got all that crud off my face and everything. So um yesterday, and speaking of the detox bath, I almost was gonna forget. With the detox bath, my it feels like as if every time I take a detox bath with the clay, I notice that there's a greasy oil film that's secreted out of my feet, and only the soles of my feet at the bottom, like towards the second half of me. Like I usually take 45 minutes with putting, Epsom salt, baking soda, vinegar, even some Himalayan pink sea salt. If y'all remember the video that I did like a couple of months ago, and um, bentonite clay and all that. And so I feel like, oh yeah, apple cider vinegar, baking soda, bentonite clay, pink Himalayan salt, Epsom salt. I'm sorry if I'm sounding repetitive. And sometimes I might put oil in it, but I didn't put any oil at all in the bath soap. But it seems like a greasy, oily, like a greasy film was secreted out of my feet. The soles of my feet with the detox bath. So um so it's like yesterday before I even ate dinner, I had it's like I had, like, every time I breathe, especially if I breathe hard, I would end up having pain in my heart. I feel like as if some pressure is just pulling down on my heart, and the pain would shoot through my back and up on the right side of my neck. And I told myself, Candy, you're not having a heart attack. You're going to be all right. But I think I had 8 hours of sleep yesterday, um, but I woke up still feeling a sleep deprived feeling, and I tried to take a nap and could not take a nap. But um, one thing I hate about narcissistic abusers is like they try to make you frightened and afraid to speak out against them. And it's like I just let it out. It's like I gave Wyatt one more chance last night. I mean, I unblocked him and gave him like one more chance yesterday and last night, and then he, it's as I said, it's just brings me down mentally and spiritually. That, I feel like I just don't even want to contact any family members at all, at all. So it's like if he's mentally off, slow, and retarded himself, and calling everybody else retarded when he thinks he delusionally believes he's mentally normal, and it's a perp thing to do to smack food. If you know my ears are sensitive and you think I'm crazy for having that condition, and you smack food in my ear, you know, and after, or you'll play it off like, you know, you'll wait till after you get on the phone with me, and then suddenly and slowly started eating, and then, lied to me and said, "Oh no, I just drank a little bit of water," and I can hear you smacking in the background. I can hear you talking, with food in your mouth. So I mean, I refuse to be going through that every damn day. When he would call me pretty much almost every doggone day. So he kind of made me mad a little bit again last night, and then you know, it seems like he wanted to try to pretend to make me, you know, make me his best friend now. Well, I mean, but the thing is, it's like you sit there and laugh at stuff that should be like very disturbing. And so, he tried to say that our great nephew was more like demon possessed and saying some very creepy stuff, and laughing. And I kept telling him repeatedly, stop laughing about that, or, let's change the subject. Don't even talk about that. And, he wants to talk about, worldly things. And if I try to tell him, about the Bible, that's not really important to him, or he acts like as if he's like if you act like as if you're dreadfully annoyed at me talking about my targeting, then you a perp, or you ain't. I mean, you don't feel like you want to be sympathetic to he act like as if he wanted to try to make me afraid that what if to speak out against him and stuff like that. Well, yeah, you narcissistic. Like as if people are narcissistic enough that if you expose their dirty deeds, then you have hell to pay. You have hell to pay with them. So I damn sure don't need that stress while being on the streets when I already will have, other stresses that's unbearable while I'm on the streets homeless. And, I just need to, I mean, for my mental health and everything, I just need to stay away from this mentally slow, crazy biological family. They're mentally off, slow, retarded, and reprobate. I don't care. You know. So I just want to stay away from them all. Because it seemed like people like Wyatt seemed like the type of person, him and Ramona and them, try to, the type that would spiritually weigh you down or hold you back, and try to prevent you from accomplishing things, and all you're doing is just wasting my time on the phone talking about much and nothing, and think it's funny. you know so I mean, it seems like as if the talk about my gang stalking and stuff, he it's like he's not taking that seriously. So and as I said, with the smacking the food in my ear and stuff, that's, and then lying about it, that's a perp thing to do. And trying to gaslight when I can clearly hear you. So, you ain't gonna ruin my day every day or say certain things that trigger and upset me and stuff like that. You know. But he'll bring up the past about, certain situations, but then he'll get like, he'll get mad at you, and narcs do that too. They can throw your past in your face but then you know, you better not dare bring up their past wrongs and shame. You know, so it's like with him talking the way he talked last night and the night before and stuff, or yesterday and stuff. I can't continue to allow that into my ears and my spirit and my soul. You know, that it seems like as if he loves to just sit around and freaking talk about scary movies, all like old 80s and 90s scary movies all day. So he couldn't get away with talking like that to other family members. So um so it's like yeah, I mean, it's like if people are supposed to be reprobate and kind of not know any better, but they can tell you you did this wrong or that wrong or you're wrong for this and stuff like that. Well, you know what you're doing, the evil that you do. You know that you just have no love or heart, care, or respect for your sisters at all. But then again, nobody in the family does. But I mean, I just mentally felt better without any family member, contacting them and stuff. And I feel more at peace, just by myself. You know, so so now that I'm angry and feeling anxiety about him getting mad at me, now I'm having unwanted intrusive thoughts. You know, but that's the brother that told me that the foster brother Joe had pulled a gun to his chest or something like that. And it's like, well, wow, like stuff like that we experienced and probably didn't even tell the foster mom. Like the foster brother Joe, well, I don't remember how old I was. I was probably 11 years old, but Joe had took and showed me a gun that he said it was a small gun, and he said that this gun was called a pistol, and I was only, I don't know, I was probably 10 or 11 years old, and he tried to tell me that the pistol was the pistol was made with real gold, that the pistol was made with real gold, and and that the bullets are real gold as well. You know, so how you rich enough to get to afford a pistol made of real gold plus high quality real gold plus the bullets too? Where the hell you get that kind of money from? So and that same pistol, like with the situation with how the beginning of my targeting with Lanika and the Kraft family, when Lanika hiked up the sexual situation, um, so I heard that the boy Andre, who the foster sister Joni, Lanika had Joni, to be 18 years old and have sex with a 15-year-old. And the foster mom, she scapegoated me, and so then I forgot all those years about the fact that when Joni herself said that the foster brother Joe nearly killed Andre's dad because Andre's dad was looking for him and accidentally knocked on the same door. Accidentally knocked on the wrong door. But, you know, Andre probably told his dad a lie. Probably lied and said he was going by male friend's house or something. I don't know. But, you know, Joe supposedly went outside, and I think I may have eyewitnessed that too. I don't remember, but um, if Joe went outside and you know and went to because Andre's dad accidentally knocked on the wrong door just to innocently pick up his son, and it's like, well, wow, and what Lanika when she set up and when she hiked up, well, it costed me in my life being targeted, and it would have costed an innocent man his life. That boy Andre's dad, you know, would have gotten shot and killed or something and not know why, and been innocent. So, um, but yeah, I mean, even me, I don't. I mean, stuff that people abuse or things that people have done to us in foster care or whatever, it didn't even cross our mind to, tell anybody. But the stuff that we did tell, oh, we had hell to pay with, and the foster mom would try to make like as if we're just making allegations or accusations when you know damn well you did the dirty deed. And, I've been researching more in depth about, satanic ritual abuse in foster care. That disturbed me. I'm like, well, wow, this is the first time I ever was told something like this. But, I'm not trying to spread nobody's business or anything like that. I mean, that's my biological brother. But the thing is, this is more to expose to the forefront about, the abuse we experience in foster care, and which is why that's why we are considered mentally off, slow, and retarded, including myself, with being just all mentally messed up in the head because of abuse and experimentation in foster care. Because, I mean, a lot of foster kids don't even make it. So, the foster mom made more than one threat to kill me. I mean, one time, she rough handled and jerked my hair around and said, "I'm gonna kill you, little girl." And another time, and somebody had did that to me when I was 19 years old, in California with that scam job, telling me, "I'm gonna kill you, little girl." So, and did the same thing, rough handle and pull my hair and had chunks of my hair coming out. And the biological sister Ramona, well, she didn't tell me she was gonna kill me, but she picked a fight with me and beat me up. And I had just gotten a perm that they forced me to have against my will. And then Ramona pulled my hair out, and lots of chunks were coming out of my hair after my hair was delicate with the perm relaxer in it. And my hair was bleeding, my scalp was bleeding, and Ramona, like, this is the type of brutal abuse that you do your own sister. Like, the biological family members, they fight and hate like as if we're not related to each other. So I basically just want no parts or any of them no more. You know, so then I so then it's like the second time I overheard the foster mom tell a lady from the fake IDMR cult that she wanted to destroy my liver and kill me. I mean, that she wanted to put me on a medication to destroy my liver and kill me. I eavesdropped in her conversation and overheard her say that she wanted to try to get the doctor to put me on a medication that would destroy my liver and kill me. So I really hate to say it, but earlier it looked kind of like as if it was dark outside, but now it looks like the sun is out. But if I have to go more than 30 minutes on this video and it splits into another video, then that might be what I have to do. But because I have some stuff to say, I mean, some stuff to talk about. But I mean, just was feeling uneasy and disturbed and triggered about Wyatt and the type of things that he talks about. And when I try to tell him about the crazy, dirty demon Alex Dupree, well, he said Alex looked like a Nazi. Well, he was saying that, he was saying that that when I told him about Alex, and he's like, oh no, Alex is something different than a gang stalker. And I'm like, well, I showed you, the symptoms of what we got to go through. That wasn't important to you. So, but he kept lying and saying that, oh, I understand what you're talking about, but you want to talk like as if you think you know about gang stalking, or as a way to just blow me off, because like, oh, well, oh yeah, I know, as a covert way of saying, yeah, I don't want to hear it. But I mean, it's so important to you to talk about old 80s and 90s scary movies. That's all you want to talk about. But you don't want to talk about the truth. You don't want to talk about spirituality. You don't want to, I mean, or the Bible or Christianity, or you don't want to talk about, you know, stocking up and preparing and getting serious with your soul and everything like that. I seem like he just wants to play around. But, I was disturbed at him laughing about my great nephew being demon possessed. You don't laugh at stuff like that. And so it's like I don't want to go too much into detail about that, you know. But he's gonna be mad, and oh well, shucks, they've been mad at me before. But it seems like as if he was, trying to kiss up to me and stuff like that, But this time around, I'm glad he didn't ask me for any money or anything like that, But I mean, it's narcissistic to laugh at everything and think that it's narcissistic and childish to laugh at everything and laugh at people suffering and think it's funny. And then when you expose the truth about them, that's when they want to bring God in and say that they want to say that you're they want to bring God into the equation and try to make it like as if you know it's like they want to make it like as if they want to bring God into the equation and make it like as if God is going to punish you and that you're wrong for throwing people under the bus. You hear that? That fake crusty loud music. So I have to be back out on. As far as I know, I haven't had any extra help beyond for this week. I haven't had any extra help beyond the $260, and I'm not ready to have to be back on the streets tomorrow. Now I'm gonna have to I was and I mean, if I could have help with about $150 more, maybe 150 or 160 more dollars to have, enough to get to stay here for another week and enough for a little bit more food. And you know what? As I said, it was a lot of targeted individuals in 2019, who were in such a predicament that they were living in hotels and motels or homeless begging on the streets. And I mean, I'm sorry, homeless living in their car and put up a GoFundMe or Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or whatever. And you know, it's like But then when it comes to me, it's like even other professed targets, and even some of the ones who say that they're homeless themselves, they act like as if they frown upon me or look down upon me for quote unquote begging. And but the fake targets who sell out and become a perp, and after they become a perp, they want to lie and say, well, oh, I've been more targeted than you'll ever be. I'm more targeted than you. Like as if being more targeted supposed to translate to I'm better than you. So if they try to say, well, I'm more, or you need to cut out the begging or whatever. Real targets don't tell each other that. But the sold out fake targets, yeah, they're the ones who, they don't need to beg anymore because they sold out and now they have a permanent way to live. They have a permanent way to live, and they don't need the help no more because they've solved their own problem by selling out. And so now they want to shun me for still asking for help and making it like as if I'm such a loser. But I have ebooks, short stories, and everything like that, and getting almost nothing. So, well, on my Ko-fi, yeah, the video's about to, in a few minutes, the video seems like, a few seconds, the video is, oh, well, it's still going. But, so it's like, I'm trying to pay attention to when the video was split into another video. So,